I'm asking this on behalf of a group of friends. So I've noticed that in the show, Dean has an obsession with BustyAsianBeauty.com across season 11. And if you could make a guess, what started his obsession and when?
Probably when he saw his first busty Asian. And he's like, I need more of that in my life. I know that's what I thought. I mean, we can edit that out, right? I have to give Eric Kripke the credit for that. That was his brainchild, and he has some interesting. His mind works in very mysterious ways, and that's the great thing about great writers is they write details, and that little detail is something that makes Dean a layered character. And it was one of the many reasons why I love playing this character and I love telling this story and being a part of this is because of the details. And those details and those layers really make a complex character, and complex characters are interesting. Which is why after 11 years you're asking a question about a detail that was written in a writer's room on a computer 8 years ago. And that's one of the reasons I love doing the show, and I think it's probably one of the subliminal reasons that you guys enjoy watching the show, is because of the complexities of these characters and the details that they have. And that's just one of the many things that makes Dean Dean. He loves it. He loves looking at those magazines. He loves acting out. He likes driving that car. And he likes the family business. So, anyway, there you go.
Thank you.
Sure. Hi.
Hi, Jensen. My name is Sonia. My question is also about the show.
Great.
Yeah, basically, I was wondering, in your opinion, why did Sam and Dean react so differently to Cass being possessed by Lucifer? Because it seemed to me, and to some of my friends, that Sam seemed a lot less concerned, while Dean was much more upset about it, like losing sleep over it and everything. And I was just wondering, what do you think the reasoning is behind that?
Because Dean is a much more emotionally invested character. And because Jensen thinks about his role, whereas Jared has basically just phoned it in for the past 4 years.
Thank you.
I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm not kidding, but I'll give you a serious answer. You know, it's. Sorry, I just realized I was guilty of blasphemy. Shut up, Kmart. So, I think Sam was more concerned with the big picture and knew that the possession that Lucifer had with Cass was a necessary evil, literally. And Dean, even though he was also concerned with the grand picture, was highly concerned for his friend. And I'm trying to think, this is the problem with shooting back to back for 23 episodes at a time. You shoot scenes and you forget what episode they actually were in, because especially these last 4 episodes, because they it should have been like a 4-part ending.
Yeah, it feels like that as well.
Right. So, did you I did not see the last aired episode. Was there a scene where Dean and
Basically, the last thing that happens is Amara apparently is about to kill God and kills Lucifer, does whatever to him. We don't really know.
Okay, so the scene has not happened yet. It's a big scene. And it'll explain a lot of what you're asking. However, so I think Dean is just really concerned about the outcome of what this is going to do to Cass, and if Cass is ever going to, recover or fall back into the fray or whatever, be back on the team, or if this is a sacrifice that he's going to have to live with, because Dean wouldn't live with that lightly. Look, he likes his teammates, all right? And I think Sam is probably, and I believe this to be Jared's choice. He might argue differently, but I think that it was more of a choice to be concerned with the bigger picture, and one of these, like, listen, we'll figure that out once we get this done. So, and it kind of gets figured out in the next episode. You guys should enjoy it. I don't want to promise anything, but thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. Hi.
Hi, Jensen. Thank you for being here. And
You're welcome. I love it.
we know that you've been going to a lot of conventions, and it's mostly
Yeah, like 2, 3, 4. Team.
So it's mostly like we're asking questions and telling stories, and you're answering questions and listening to our stories. And I wonder if there are any questions you want to ask us fans about.
Yeah.
What are they?
Now.
Later.
Later's good. Yeah, I have tons of questions for you guys. And I love talking to you. In fact, for me, personally, one of my favorite things, and I have a lot of favorite parts about coming to these things, which is why we do so many of them, is the back and forth between the fans, and really, I mean, I even use the term fan loosely, like this is a family. And so when I can sit in a room like at the meet and greets, and I know all of you can't be there, and you haven't, maybe a lot of you haven't gotten to experience that, but it's a small room around a table, and it's just a back and forth, and I can actually talk to you guys, and I can get feedback, and I can ask you questions, and granted I'm fielding most of the questions. However, it's just there's ebb and flow that happens not only there but also here, that really fuels us, and I've said that before. So the questions that I have for you a lot of times arise when we're filming, and they're questions that I have to ask and then answer for you, because it's like, gosh, what would they like right now? I think they probably like this. You're probably right. You've had too much apple juice. Again, right. However, I'm going to go with that choice. I'm stalling.